Strangest animals found in the sewers. To broaden your mind to some of the strangest and most strange animals in the world below your feet, Animals Wow TV has put together the ultimate list of things ever found in sewers around the world. Check out our top 10 strangest animals found in the sewers from all over the world, including a few homegrown, gruesome entries. But before we go any further, do you want to win a PlayStation 5? Just like and subscribe to our channel and leave a comment down below. Without further ado, let's get started. But make sure you think twice before you drop something similar down your own drains. Number 10. Fatberg. When we get rid of nasty things, we hope they'll never come back to haunt us. However, for sewer workers who have to deal with such things, our actions will produce monsters. The London Fatberg of 2017 was congealed and rotting over 250 meters, or 820 feet long, in the sewers underneath in the city. Hard to flush stuff such as diapers, wet wipes, and condoms were all enmeshed in solidifying fats that threatened to block the drain and carry the sewage to the streets above. The Fatberg, which weighed as much as 19 African elephants, was broken upon by sewer staff with spades and jets of water. But for others, the Fatberg was more than just an artifact of human waste. It was a precious historical relic. The Museum of London has managed to secure a piece of Fatberg for future generations. In order to preserve the greasy mess, the curators were required to use x-rays for hypodermic needles and to wear biohazard clothing. Eventually, the item was stabilized and became the star of the Fatberg show in the museum. Number 9. An alligator. One of New York's great urban legends is in that of a sewer system is riddled with alligators. Legend has it that people will buy baby alligators before understanding that hissing reptiles with mouths full of sharp teeth made bad pets. So these people are trying to flush the gators down the toilet. In the sewers, the alligators now live and thrive. Unfortunately, there is no evidence of a population of alligators in the city's drains. And most experts believe that it is far too cold down there for the animals to survive in long term. Intriguingly, a 2.4 meter long or 8-foot alligator was discovered in East Harlem in 1935 down the manhole. But how did it get there? It's unknown. Number 8. A cow. Not all of the creatures found in the drains are just dangerous. When a cow was discovered in a sewer in Britain, it was pretty docile. It was already dead, but there were cases of live cows found underground. One farmer spent 4 days in the Fujian province of China looking for a lost cow. Unable to find it, the farmer was ready to give up the search when a peculiar mooing noise was heard from below the village. The manhole cover was removed, and the missing cow poked out her muzzle. A makeshift winch was used to carry the cow back to the open air when it appeared no worse to wear because of its subterranean adventure. But how it ended up in the sewer remained a mystery. In India, where the cows are kept in respect by the Hindus, a calf was seen to slip into an open sewer and was taken underground by the flow. Witnessing this, a man crept into the sewage and dipped into to save the animal. Both cow and man survived for good, if not especially sweet smell. Number 7. A sewer monster. A video of an unidentified and supposedly alien creature in the North Carolina sewer was made viral in 2009. You can see a pulsating and squirming pink mass clinging to the wall of the drain. Was aliens working on human orifices and now coming to your drainage system? Not exactly that. Experts soon identify this creature as a tubifex worm colony. These perfectly normal segmented worms are commonly found in wet soils. The apparent pulsing behavior of the monster is likely to be due to the camera light that may have been heavy. While the worms themselves are not rare, it is unusual for them to wander through the sewer. That's why even those who work there were unable to notice this mesmerizing, if disgusting, encounter of worms. Number 6. The giant rat. Was this Splinter of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? The answer is no. Mexico City cleanup employees had their worst nightmare on September 18 when they discovered what looked like a monster drowned rat when dredging the sewers. The Buick-sized rodent was part of the 20-ton of litter that the workers gathered from the city's drainage tunnels after heavy rainfall. according to the border study. As it turns out, the vermin was apparently a Halloween prop that had been washed out of the warehouse by a storm claimed by the owner, Evelyn Lopez. Somehow, the decoration ended in a labyrinth network of drainage tunnels where it had been uncovered for years. Surprisingly, Radzilla appears to be in safe hands, as seen in the viral video, after being rescued from its subterranean lair by sewer workers on the street. Bystanders told Border Report that they were shocked of the naturalistic nature of the beast, with some saying that they would run away in terror if they had seen it on the street. Alright, we're halfway through the countdown. How are you finding these strange animals so far? Comment your thoughts down below. Keep on watching to see more of it on the video. Number 5. Foxes. Part of living in Colorado is that the line between wildlife and domestic life can get blurred. That's what led to the Colorado Springs mix. It's up to people trying to do the right thing, but making an honest mistake. Colorado Springs firefighters rescued what they thought were puppies trapped in a storm drain. 8 tiny black puppies were pulled out of the manhole, but mom got away. The only problem, it turns out, is that they are not the kind of puppies that everybody assumed they were. They're really red fox kids. The puppies have been handed over to the Pikes Peak area human community, and that's where the vet had decided they're not pets, but foxes. But instead of going to the shelter, they're going home. These animals were taken back to where we found them, hoping that the mother will still be in the area and be able to perform normal duties as she would. If mom is no longer around, they will be taken to a licensed rehab. Number 4. Ferrets. Back in 2012, our engineers caught a sight of a ferret in a pipe while on a routine cleaning and a survey job. After coaxing it out of the harm's way with a chicken sandwich, what else? Our squad rescued the critter when the RSCPA arrived. It turned out that the ferret belonged to a pub where it served as a pest controller. Needless to say, the 3 owners were very happy to be back with his furry pet. Number 3. Eels. Eels typically live in the deeper waters of the seas and rivers and prefer to burrow in the silt, sand, and mud at the bottom of the rivers and oceans. The bulk of the eels are nocturnal and seldom seen. Eels often find their way into the drains and sewers by swimming upstream in the discharge pipes, particularly if the pipes have a silt at the bottom of the pipework. Normally, the removal of pipework flushes them back into the discharge pipes and back into the oceans. Both eels are hunters, feeding on a whole variety of prey, including small fish, crustaceans, mollusks, and worms. It refers to fish that spawn at sea, but spend most of their life in fresh waters, and it's still unclear why they were discovered in the sewers. Number 2. The black sewer swine of Hampstead. The Londoners of the 19th century who went down to the putrid sewers of the capital to search for valuables often made fortunes, but they were also afraid of the sewer hogs. Have you ever heard of London's black pigs? No? Okay, back in the 1800s, a bizarre tale circulated through London that the sewers were inhabited by a family of big black pigs. The rumor is believed to have been originated from a story of a young seed man who, by some mistake, managed to get down from the sewer to litter and ended up rearing his offspring in the drain, feeding on the abattoir and the garbage washed continuously into it. The black sewer swine of Hampstead was a popular urban legend in the Victorian period. While the awful state of Victorian hygiene is not completely unforgivable, to this day, the truth of underground black pigs has never been revealed. And last but not least, number 1. Snakes. Peek before you pee. Snakes are more likely to enter your home through an open door or window through a sewer network. If you're anything like me, you're afraid of snakes. If you don't, you will be here after hearing this. A man in Australia stepped into his toilet, which was on the 10th floor of his apartment block, only to be met by a giant 6-foot snake relaxing in the bowl. Apparently, the snake had spent some time living in the darkness of the drains below and had wanted to come up for some fresh air. While this was pleasing to the serpent, we can assume that it was much less pleasing to the man who found it. Even if you live in a place where snakes are rare, there are still rats that need to be considered. If you're still concerned about an unforeseen intruder in your loo, it may be wise to look before you pee. Many of these animals make their way into drains and sewers as a result of stolen manhole covers and are unusual occurrences. But it does illustrate how possible it is for a drain to be blocked without your knowledge. Who knows? Maybe you'll find a cow. Like this video? Write down your comments down below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Animals Wow TV, and give this video a thumbs up so we can upload related videos. Thank you so much for watching.